Today in the shop I'm going to rebuild my turbo, I'm going to change the spark plugs, and I'm going to finish installing the exhaust on my Nissan Pulsar. And it's a good time to just check out the manifold, even the gasket, see how everything looks. I think these GTi-R manifolds are actually pretty good. You don't really hear many of them cracking or anything, so. This one also looks good. I did manage to break off one of the screws for the heat shield, so I'll have to tap and drill that out a little bit later. I disconnected the wastegate actuator here already, and a lot of these turbos you'll find cracking by the wastegate, and this one's no different. Big crack down there. I'm sure it's fine. I think my other one was cracked and it still went another like 100,000 kilometers, so and this just has to last probably till the end of this year. So here's the upgraded oil seal. It's kind of like overlaps itself. It's supposed to give a better seal, so. All right. So the other thing that has to stay clocked properly is this, well, both of these wheels. I think this one might be fixed on the shaft, but this nut and this wheel, they have to be clocked a certain way because they've been balanced, like the intake to the exhaust. There's little cutouts here, and even the nut has been balanced because it spins so fast. So I'm going to try my best to orientate everything the same way. Ideally, like if this was something you were really worried about, like a nice expensive turbo, or you were doing a new build, you'd have to send it away to get balanced properly. But I don't really care too much about this turbo. It's just got to last me a little while. So I'm just going to DIY it. For some reason I remember it being reversed. Maybe I'll stick this other side in the vise, get a better grip on it there. No successful day would be complete without a trip to Canadian Tire. I'm trying to get this stupid snap ring off, so these weren't enough. Couldn't get it, so I got all sorts of new stuff to try and get this turbo snap ring off. Man, it's being a real bugger. Oh my god, the channel lock 8-inch pliers took this snap ring off in about 5 seconds. So with the snap ring off, I'm free to continue digging into this turbo. And the reason I'm still wearing my glasses is that I've had snap rings actually like snap before and break in half and like explode and send shards of metal everywhere. So I always wear safety glasses when I'm dealing with those big snap rings. Screw this nut back on the end of the shaft here as far as it'll go, because you don't want to damage the shaft by hammering on it. And you can use a rubber mallet or whatever if you want. Just give it a light tap and it'll unseat it. You can unscrew this. Remember, it's reverse. And then this guy just comes out like that. So believe it or not, this is actually where the oil seal is. Right on the end here. See how much oil's caked on there? But it's like a little clip on the end which seals the oil from coming out of the turbo. And obviously this seal isn't being very effective right now, because you can see a bunch of sludge and everything here. So obviously there's quite a bit of oil getting past there. This is the real meat and potatoes of what I'm doing today. Alright, this thing was a bit of a pain in the butt, but I just kind of like got my scribe in here and just picked at the side of it. I think that was like first try. Does anybody actually like snap rings? I wonder. They're probably like a necessary evil, I guess. Yeah, that looks like it's in there. Nice. When I took the wastegate actuator arm off, the clip just like crumbled. I was like, oh crap. Luckily, Canadian Tire, I guess they're called E-clips, was able to get a whole little bundle of E-clips. Had the perfect size in there. It was like $6, so that was awesome. So I haven't tightened down the compressor side yet. I'm fairly confident in the clocking of this. I don't know if it's like 100% accurate. So I think maybe I'll bolt up the manifold and put the turbo in place. I'm hoping I'm still able to tighten down this side once I kind of line everything up and make sure it looks good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Give that a try anyway. Alright, old one's out. Yay, I got some OEM parts. I love finding OEM parts. So, I wanted to replace my blue cable set because I didn't really like the look. And I was gonna do distributor cap and rotor just because I took it apart and there was some wear going on there, so figured I'd throw some new parts in there as well. Seems like a bit of a better seal. she goes. I don't know if you can see that well, but there's a little bit of wear on these posts. And then this rotor is a little cooked. A little bit of oxidation there as well. So, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it was like 40 or 50 bucks. Might as well swap these out. There we go. It looks a lot better than the blue in my opinion. Well, that's it for tonight. We did some pretty good work here today. Look at that. Oh man, it's so nice. Kudos to AM Performance. This thing just bolted right in, no problem. Alignment's pretty good. It doesn't really rub, but we'll know first time to fire this thing up what kind of rattles we're dealing with and go from there. Alright, peace.